Hi guys, like I said in my last video, today we're going to talk about another great feature in The Sims 3. And with the most obvious one out the way, we can get to the real good stuff. But before we do that, I just wanted to thank you for the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. Obviously, a big shout out to Boring Bones TV. I really appreciate it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think that the Sims 3 Sims have the best personalities in the entire franchise. And it's due to a combination of multiple things, but mainly due to the trait system. And that's what I would like to talk about today. So here go. 10 reasons I love the Sims 3's trait system. Number 1. Because of the traits themselves. No, seriously. The Sims 3 traits were a huge step up from the personality points because, unlike many other people, I just don't think personality points are that deep. Like, I really don't believe there's a difference between giving your Sim 9 or 10 points in whichever category. Like, essentially, I think that there are 10 traits to choose from in The Sims 2. For instance, up to 4 points make your Sim a slob, 4, 5, and 6 points make them neutral, and more than 6 points make them neat. And in The Sims 3, I can accomplish the same thing by giving my Sim the slob trait, or the neat trait, or neither. And how's that better? Well, maybe it's not, but it's easier. Number 2. Because of the crazy amount of traits there are to choose from. Assuming what I said before is correct, and there are 10 traits to choose from in The Sims 2, then Sims 3 has almost 10 times as many, because there are a total of 99 traits in the game. And if you're anything like me, you're probably thinking, 99 traits? What the hell kind of number is that? 100 is literally right there. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, all jokes aside, 63 of those traits came with the base game alone. And I think that's amazing. Like, it went from how neat and outgoing and active and playful and nice your sim is to what kind of sim do you want to make? Which brings me to number 3. Because you can make very specific sims. Like, the Sims 2 personality points aren't vague in a sense that we can't tell if a sim is nice or not, which makes them a lot more effective than the Sims 4 traits. But it's like, how not nice are they? For instance, in the Sims 3, there are multiple traits that I consider not nice, like evil, obviously, hot-headed, and even inappropriate. But they're all different. I think evil Sims enjoy doing bad things. Hot-headed Sims just have a short fuse. And inappropriate Sims are just bad with social norms. So they're all unpleasant, but for different reasons. And I just love how the game lets you choose exactly what kind of not nice your Sims are. Number 4. Because of the amount of traits you can assign to each sim, young adults have 5 traits by default, but they can have up to 7 with university life, since you can earn 1 extra trait slot by reaching the top of the social group, and then another trait slot by graduating. So 7 traits in total gives you such a ridiculous amount of combinations. It's like math you can't even do. Oh, people can't. I definitely can't. But you really have the freedom to create any type of sim, from incredibly wholesome, like one of those lame people that gives their sims only good traits over and over again, to wonderfully weird, whichever you want. But they're definitely always unique, which brings me to number 5. Because the amount of trait slots also allows for layered sims. What really makes the amount of trait slots elite is how layered sims feel with even just 5 of them. You're not stuck choosing between this kind of sim or that kind of sim because they can be both. Yes, there are traits that contradict each other, so you can't pick everything. But you absolutely can make a genius who's also absent minded. Or take family oriented. In a Sims 3, you can make a sim who wants a family, but is also childish and has commitment issues. They're insane and sloppy, which is an objectively terrible combination. So, no, that sim probably shouldn't want a family, but they do. And that's the point. When you compare that to The Sims 4, Sims get a trait tied directly to their aspiration. And if you pick the family aspiration, they're automatically given a positive, family friendly trait. It kind of implies that what you want and what you're actually good at always line up, which I don't think that's true. So, yeah, in The Sims 3, Sims feel like complex little beings with, contradictions, and I never get tired of watching. Number 6. Because traits actually influence their autonomous behavior. Brave Sims will always charge in to put out fires, while cowardly Sims panic and run away. Then there's The Sims 4 where everyone just panics, which honestly pisses me off, but not as much as this. A thunderstorm? Ooh, so scary. Traits affect which lot Sims visit. Bookworms linger in libraries, party animals flock to nightclubs, and natural cooks love to dine out. But yeah, in The Sims 4, a hangout spot rarely hints at their traits, or hell, maybe even give you the completely wrong impression. Like, what is his loner ass doing at the club? And all happy too. Like, just be tense or go home, right? Even animations reinforce personality, virtuosos, and vision music. Clumsy Sims constantly trip over themselves, and hot-headed Sims stomp everywhere. While in The Sims 4, never mind. I guess my point is that you can just watch what Sims do, and that will show you who they are. Like, you don't have to play a sim to figure out which traits they have. But when you play them, you will see that. Number 7. Traits expand and shape gameplay options. In The Sims 3, traits truly matter for gameplay because most traits unlock character-specific actions that only Sims with those traits can perform. Good Sims can donate to charity. Workaholics are the only ones interested in working after work. Same. And evil Sims can steal candy from babies. In The Sims 4, traits mostly tweak moods, emotions, and only a few actually unlock new actions like kleptos being able to steal. Most other traits just slightly flavor existing interactions rather than giving Sims completely unique abilities. So when it comes to that, yeah, Sims 3 still takes the crown. Number 8. Because traits also influence the available social interactions. Good or friendly Sims in The Sims 3 might bicker a little bit, but they're not able to jump straight into a fight unless they're provoked. Like, the Sims need to have one of those, nasty traits to be able to do that. And the game also sorts trait-related interactions, so they're super easy to find, keep personalities consistent, and the menu easy to navigate, which of course is not the point, but still. In The Sims 4, on the other hand, even the sweetest, most saintly Sim can instantly start a fight, which, breaks character. And it makes Sims feel far less grounded. And by tying what Sims can do and when they can do it to traits, makes the Sims feel smarter, the menu cleaner, and the game overall far more believable. Number 9. Because you can shape your Sims' abilities through traits. Obviously, genius Sims pick up logic faster, and natural cooks master the cooking skill in no time, even though it's still a very long time. And artistic sims improve creative skills more quickly. But beyond skill gain, many traits include like hidden mechanics that affect everyday gameplay. Handy sims are less likely to be electrocuted. Sims with the photographers tend to sell their pictures for more money. And athletic sims run faster even without any skill points, making traits feel deeply integrated, in how the game plays. In The Sims 4, traits like creative, genius, or fruity mostly influence moods, emotions, rather than consistently shape outcomes, making The Sims 3 far more reliable for, tailoring Sims through traits. Number 10. Because traits are consistent. The Sims 3 traits follow clear, consistent patterns that you can actually learn. Like you read a trait once and immediately understand how it affects gameplay. Athletic Sims, for instance, enjoy exercising and learn the skill faster. And based on that, you get that couch potatoes, which is basically the opposite trait, dislike working out and are happiest doing nothing. And every skill related trait follows the same internal logic. So then, even without reading the description for a green thumb, you know at least three things. They like doing it, they're better at doing it, and they learn it faster. The Sims 4 traits, on the other hand, are written like vague personality blurbs. Like you wonder why lazy Sims get tense from chores instead of exercise, and whether the generous trait is the good trait but gooder. And then of course there's this one. Practice makes perfect. Like what the hell does that even mean? The Sims 3 traits don't just describe personalities. They make sense because they're communicating rules. And yeah, I think that's one of the biggest reasons The Sims 3 traits are so good. And that's it. 10 reasons I love The Sims 3's trait system. One more thing I want to add though is that even though I don't love The Sims 4's trait system because the emotions, I think they absolutely nailed the infant and toddler traits. They have their own small lifespan specific sets of traits, and when you actually read the descriptions, it becomes clear that all but one have a downside, no matter how good they sound. So there's always a trade-off, and I love that. To me, that proves that the Sims 4's personality system could have been great, minus the mood, emotions, even with fewer trait slots, if they tried to innovate from the start instead of copying The Sims 3, which, yeah, I think only highlights, that it's inferior. But of course, that's just my opinion, not fact. So I'm really curious to hear which personality system you think is best. And before I go, or you go, we go, one more thing I learned the other day, well, two things actually I learned the other day, is that fingerprints aren't entirely genetic. They're shaped in the womb by tiny environmental factors, and that's why identical twins don't have the same fingerprints. Take care, guys. See you soon.